Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're here for Oregairu Season 1, Episode 11. So last episode, we got introduced to Sagami as they begin their, I believe it was cultural festival preparations, and she became the leader. But as things went on, she began to slack off more and more, passing off a lot of the work to YUKINO, and just a lot of stuff happened there. With that whole situation, and Haru was brought in, Yukino's sister, for whatever reason, and very quickly, within a very short span of time, I managed to begin to really hate Haru and Sagami. But I've been told by you guys on Patreon that there's a lot more layers to Haru than what we see on the surface. So I'm gonna keep an open mind as we go forward, but I do not like Sagami, because at first it seemed like she was very motivated to get work done, but Yukino kept critiquing her, and eventually she just started passing all the work to Yukino after she was influenced by Haru and a lot of what Haru had told her about, like, it's not worth it if it's not fun and stuff like that. So she just started slacking off and passing all the work to Yukino. And then Hikigaya had his speech at the end of the episode, and what you guys kind of explained was that Hikigaya was trying to seem like the bad guy there and give Yukino kind of an out to pass the work around to more people. So, a lot of good stuff happened. Well, I don't know if I'd call it good stuff, but a lot of stuff happened last episode, and things are still very awkward between Yukino and Hikigaya. So I'm very interested to see if they have kind of a heart-to-heart conversation, talk that whole situation out. Maybe they will at the festival. We'll see how things go, though. Without further ado, let's hop straight into Oregairu Season 1, Episode 11. Oh, is this... Didn't Totsuka... Oh, God. I totally forgot that. I totally forgot that Totsuka and Hayama got stuck together as lovers in the play. At least I think that's what happened. Oh, my God. This girl and her gay love fantasy. Oh my God, this girl freaking passed out from her nose bleeding. Oh, who's she getting a call from? From a Hikigaya? That's very unusual. Oh my God, yeah, what the hell? Sorry. I totally forgot about that detail. I totally forgot that Yukino didn't come to school because she was sick. And I theorized that it's either that she got overworked and became sick because of that, or some other reason, which I can't seem to pinpoint because it just seems so out of character for Yukino to skip because of everything that's been happening with her sister and Sagami. It just feels very unlike her. I feel like she's the kind who would persevere through that, but obviously we've seen that Yukino tends to have her fragile moments as well, so maybe I'm wrong there. I guess we'll see truthfully what's going on in this episode. Are they at Yukino's place? We're getting the sick episode, but both Yui and Hikigaya are here. What if she's just not even home? Oh, I wonder if Yui had to drag Hikigaya here. I feel like it's very unlike him to come here under his own strength, but you never know. You never know. Shut up and open the door. Wow, Hikigaya saying we need to talk is interesting. Damn, her place is nice as hell. She is in like a fancy-ass apartment. Oh my God. She actually sick? Damn, this is so fancy. I wish I could live here. Seems like she was still doing work. Seems like she might be severely overworking herself to keep up with the group, to keep the group on pace to completing their work when they need to, because Yukino was getting onto them last episode and making sure things were running, and she was getting onto people because they were slacking off and falling behind, but as Sagami and Haru continued to influence the group, they began working less and less and stacking more and more work onto her plate. So I think I was right in my first theory, in that she's overworked herself to the brink of being sick. But not enough. Oh God, she's getting a talking to by Yui. So I was 100% right in the fact that she has overworked herself to the point of complete exhaustion. The fact that she actually defended Hikigaya there shows that she's exhausted, because normally she would toss some insult Hikigaya's way, but she actually defended him and said, no, he's done his work, which is very rare for her to actually defend him. Yep, and that's Yukino drawing the short star right now. As far as your health goes. Hiki's what? Finish the sentence. Finish the sentence, Yui. God damn it, stop doing that to me. Finish the sentence. Oh man, that's very interesting though. I think I do agree with Hikigaya. I also don't know the solution, but I do think the way that she's going about it is probably wrong. Even though she's dividing up the work, she's still taking on a vast majority herself to the point where it's still driving her to exhaustion, even after dividing it up some. And maybe Hikigai is also talking about the way that she approached telling people to get their work done. I'm not sure what all entails. What he's telling her to take her approach differently. I'm not sure exactly what aspects he's telling her to change, because he himself said he doesn't know what the correct solution would be, and I also agree, but I do think working yourself to death like she is clearly not the right way to do it. Damn, he said he said his piece, down the T, and got the f out of there. That's so Hikigai, I swear. Whoa. Whoa. I need time to think. Hikigai got the f out of there. That was interesting. That was interesting. Okay. There's our first little bit of development. Yukino it seems to have realized that Yui wants to help her. Hikigai is kind of being tossed in there unwillingly, but Yui really does want Yukino to rely on her because they're friends, and Yukino just hasn't learned how to do that correctly yet. It's like she said, I need more time, I need time to think, which is totally okay, but as long as she says, I want to rely on you, that's the first step. That is the first step towards her change. Sorry, let me show you how to really change the world. Interesting. And Sagami's just not gonna say anything? That was so her. Her for that. That was so trash. Her friends, the class president was like, Sagami, it's time to start, everybody's here, and she's just like, Yukino? Like, you do it, that's your damn job. Oh god. Fun, way too fun, you can hear the sound of the sea breeze. Sobu High School Cultural Festival. Yeah, that's a long slogan. One for all. Sorry, I was in my own world there for a second. I wasn't listening to anything Hayamo was saying, because all I could think about was them saying one for all. I just thought of My Hero. I don't know why. I just sat there for like 20 seconds not reading any subtitles and just thinking of My Hero Academia after he said that. I don't know why I blanked there. He's just man, see, it's like you guys clarified for me in the last episode. He's trying to sound like a bad guy and point out the unfairness, because he's very obviously talking about Yukino in this situation. Force one person to be the scapegoat, aka Yukino. The only person in the room talking, and he's just straight up ew. I want to read that again. What did she put? Friendship, helping one another, a cultural festival. And Hikigai is, of course, the one who used that. Man, oh my god, he's going at her. Oh my god. Yes, dude. This bro. Man, look closely, and one of them slacking off a cultural festival. Directly talking to Sagami herself. Oh man, yes! Thank you, Hikigaya, thank you. There's a lot of his ideologies that I haven't necessarily agreed with, and I do think he has to grow as a person, but I like this. He's standing up for Yukino here, and calling out this for being a and Haru is, of course, laughing at them. That one ends up a sacrifice, aka Yukino. Yeah, look at me, but he's obviously talking about Yukino, but he would never come out and straight up say that. I love this. I love this roundabout way to back her up and, like, defend her by making himself like the villain. I've been worked like a slave here. Like, he's obviously defending her, and when he talks about a sacrifice, he obviously doesn't mean himself. He's not talking about himself. He hasn't been worked to death like Yukino has. He's obviously talking about her, but he's using himself as a cover-up for it. Although I actually do think I did see a couple times in last episode when people were shoving their work to Hikigaya too. So I don't think it's necessarily a completely baseless claim, because nobody's really refuting it. So I do think they have been pushing some of their work to him, and while he is saying like, oh, poor me, he's really defending Yukino here. And now everybody's looking to her. What?! Oh, that was the best. That just might be the best moment by far in this series. No way. I love that. She was stifling her laughter behind the paper, and then all of a sudden just Hikigaya-kun. That was awesome. I love that. I think that is the first time we've seen Yukino laugh. The first time, and guess what? It's when Hikigaya on another person. That is the first time that we've seen Yukino laugh, and goddamn, man, I gotta get that again. Oh, her trying to stop her laughter is so cute, because we've never seen her, like, laugh before, but I guess she really found that funny. Rejected. I like that. Hayama-kun got up real quick. Yep, and now Hikigaya is gonna get a bunch of slack for talking like that, but he doesn't care. He's been getting his whole life. He could care less. I really like that. That might be one of my favorite moments of this entire show, because Yukino was able to she rejected him with a smile, which was funny, but then she was able to go forth and take control of the meeting again and try to get everybody back on the same page and working again, despite Sagami's efforts to ruin literally everything. I like that. That was great. That's all I can really say about that. And they're back to dissing each other. I love it. And look, just like that, all the awkward tension that's been going back and forth between them in the past episode, 2 episodes-ish. I think more like just last episode, but all that tension has been cut completely, and now there's no tension. They're back to dissing each other. That's how you know that they're back to being good friends, is when they constantly bicker with each other and hurl insults at each other. That's when you know they're back to being normal. Oh. Whoa. Whoa! Yukino's come out of her shell a little bit here in these past, like, 2 episodes. I really like this. First we got the Yui, and now she, like, turned to very awkwardly wave at Hikigaya. But she waved. That is a step. Oh, man, we're taking several steps with her character this episode. I love it. And it's all with the help of her best friends, Yui and Hikigaya. As much as they would probably never admit it, Hikigaya and Yukino are definitely really good friends. Chiba's specialties, festivals, and dancing were all full, so let's dance and sing a song. Actually, not a bad slogan. Look how quickly things are working now. Yukino's got him moving. And Sagami's just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. I love it. I couldn't ask for anything else, but, you know, I'm not even going to say it because it's going to sound really harsh, but I couldn't ask for anything else than what's happening right now. Oh, thank you for stacking more work onto Hikigaya. You haven't put your own... Sorry, I'm just thinking about that line. You haven't put your own record, your own achievements in the record. He is the historian, right? So I guess he keeps track of everything that's being done. I'm assuming that's how that role works. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if he hasn't put anything that he's done down, interesting. He pulled a Lelouch or an Aaron or whatever you want to say. He just pulled it in a very minuscule toned down form here. He made himself #1 enemy, so people keep stacking their work up, but at the same time, things are moving extremely quickly now that Yukino's kind of taken the reins of the group and is getting everybody into shape, and they should hopefully finish everything on time, it seems. And Hikigaya is obviously made out to be the villain in this scenario. Oh! I don't like boys who can catch on. Oh god, here we go. You just get in the way, go home. I need to go back to that line. He was saying, did you purposefully make... And then he says Yukinoshita, which they didn't include in the subtitle, so thank you for that. But he does say Yukinoshita, so... Or isn't Yukinoshita her last name? I think. Maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, but if that's her last name, maybe he's saying did you, because in Japanese, obviously, when you say you, there is no you in Japanese. You just say the person's name when you're referencing them. So, maybe he's saying did Yukinoshita, referring to the older sister. That might be the case, because I think Yukinoshita is their last name, so when you would refer to them, you'd obviously say the last name if you're not that close with them. And Hikigaya has yet to refer to anybody other than their last name. He wouldn't even do it with Totsuka, even though he asked him to. Did you purposely make... I'm not sure I'm catching on to what Hikigaya is saying here. Even Haru was like, I don't like boys who catch on, but I guess I'm not... I guess she doesn't not like me because I'm not catching on to what he's saying here. I'm sure he's saying, did Haru purposefully do something, but I'm not catching on to what she purposefully did. Maybe she purposefully instigated the conflict earlier last episode to help Yukino grow. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what exactly Hikigaya is getting at here. If it's not a spoiler, feel free to clarify. Obviously, if it's a spoiler, and it's going to be brought up at some point down the line, I'll figure it out then. And Zagami's sitting there with nothing to do. Deserved. Oh, is the play about to happen? Damn, that's a lot of hype students. Oh my god. This is the most school spirit I think I've ever seen. God damn, you don't get anything like this in America. Oh, they got all the cheerleaders coming out. Oh, Sagami's going out here to talk, as if she's done literally anything. What is she about to say? Oh, listen. I'm all for somebody getting on in, like, the close quarters, like the representative, like the cultural festival meetings. I'm fine with her getting dunked on there, but this is probably a little much. I know she was being a bitch, and I know I was, like, obviously clowning on her for being a bitch, but even this is probably a little too much, getting humiliated in front of the entire school. I'm not that heartless, but maybe this show will be, I really don't know. Oh god, she's just stuck in place. Oh, is Yukino gonna go help her? It took me a second to register. Oh, wait, can I get another look at Hikigaya's face there? Some of the faces he makes are so funny, but I wonder if Yukino is gonna step in here and maybe help her. That'll be a double f*** you, which, that I would like. I would like if Yukino stepped in here to help out, but I kind of don't think it's gonna happen. We'll see though. Maybe the show will continue to be ruthless and just absolutely dunk on her right here. You can totally see me. I love this, man. Oh, I love this. You can clearly see they're back to being their normal selves, and I love that. I love how their relationship is turned back to normal, and it seems like it's even developed a level. Like, earlier in the episode when she waved him goodbye awkwardly, like, and now, I don't know, now it feels even more wholesome when they insult each other than it did before, because we've seen how rocky their relationship was there for a bit, and now it's back to being them insulting each other again, which is such a weird thing to say, like, two people insulting each other can somehow be wholesome, but it just is for their dynamic and relationship. Oh god, she is struggling. Wow. 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 They really were just that ruthless. I was not expecting that. They really were just that ruthless and got her humiliated in front of everybody. Wow, that's not what I was expecting, honestly. I thought, well, actually, yes, it was. I was expecting that. Because I was hoping maybe Yukino would go out and help her, because even I feel a little bad at this point, but no, obviously that's not what happened. Maybe something will happen later on in the episode and I'm just talking too much, and something will happen later in the episode where she gets some redemption. We'll see. Ayama's Chad face. Is Totsuka about to fall in love with Ayama here? Oh my god, she's drooling. That's right! I totally forgot she had originally had Hikigaya playing that role. Oh my god, Hikigaya would have been getting swooned by Hayama. Oh my god, all the girls are freaking out over this gay fantasy. Are they gonna have them kiss? That would be the funniest thing. Oh my god, there's like dead bodies all over the stage. Cutscene. Oh my god. She's bleeding out over there. Oh, hello, Yui. What the hell is happening over there? Oh god. The committee. Committee swooping in to help out. Didn't tell me anything you want to know about. Oh, what's that little nervous tick Hikigaya rubbing his leg all nervously? I assume she's talking about the car incident there. I won't wait and do it myself. Sorry, I need to get that again. Obviously, she's saying I've decided to wait for Yukino. She's obviously talking about, and then this line here, I think Yukino's trying her best to approach us and talk about it. I think she's referencing the car incident that she has not spoke to them about yet. And then obviously their whole conversation about relying on each other that Yui had with her, and she said she was trying and that she's going to eventually and she wants to. All of that is what she's speaking about here. I won't wait for someone who won't try even if you wait. Okay. If they aren't trying, there's no point waiting. I won't wait and do it myself. Is she essentially saying she's not gonna wait by herself? She's gonna wait with Hikigaya? Is that what she's saying there? I don't know if the subtitles are worded weirdly, but that was kind of wordy and difficult to understand. But I think that's what she was trying to say, obviously. Per usual with this show, if I'm off base, correct me. That's not lunch. Joel bun. You guys aren't gonna use a fork with that? What do I do to deserve this? He's just constantly complaining. It doesn't work like that. Oh god. Hmm? What is going on here? Okay, what is happening right now? I think at this point I've all but confirmed that Yui has feelings for Hikigaya. I've all but confirmed that. And I think it spurred from the incident where he saved her dog, and then everything that spiraled after that has led her to like him. But that scene there was very interesting because it seems like Hikigaya was starting to be like, oh, does that mean this is and then he stopped himself. I think he had to rethink his ideology for a second, get his mind right. It's another situation where his ideology is getting in the way of a possible actual date, because he was clearly stopping himself from having any misunderstandings, like his whole speech about nice girls and how he avoids even getting his hopes up in the first place. I think that's what he was doing there. He shot all his hopes down in an instant. At least that's what that reaction kind of gave me the vibe of. Interesting. Yui, actually, that was so smooth by her too. She was like, fine, you can treat me to, I can't remember the exact treat she said, but she said, you can treat me to this at this place. And she was like, okay, guess we're going on a date. Okay, that's interesting. That was an interesting scene. Like I said, I'm rambling at this point, but Hikigaya, seemingly, from what it looked like, pushed down any feelings of hope there. Because at first he was kind of letting on, like, could this be a date? But then he shot himself down. But at the very last, Yui seemed very happy. I wonder why, or what exactly he's changing the treat for. I don't know if there's some specific... well, obviously there's a specific reason that he wants to take the reins and decide what he's going to treat her to, but I guess we'll figure out what that exactly entails in the next few episodes. Yeah, right there. That tells me immediately that he just kind of shut those feelings down, because the way he was looking at her, he was blushing a little bit. You heard the gust of wind and people walking by, and then he was like, oh, and then I think right there he shut his feelings down immediately. Until he gets over that ideology, him and Yui are not going to be a thing. Until he manages to get over that, it's not going to happen. That smile! Yui is very happy about this situation. She is very happy about this situation. The hell's happening? Oh, Sagami. Let's hope to God she doesn't try to retaliate in the next few episodes here as this cultural festival continues on. This is a great episode. I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. This ending is going to be really short. I've been recording for a little while now, and I got pretty much all of my analysis into the reaction itself, so I don't have shit to say here, which is becoming a tradition for this show because I just talk so much during the actual episode itself. But this is a great episode. I loved the Yukino development and how Hikigaya was backing her up, even if he made it seem like he wasn't. He made himself public enemy number one. And Yukino got got the reins back of the group and got everybody working and on schedule again. And then obviously we had that end of episode moment between Yui and Hikigaya, which I'm very intrigued to see where that date goes and what exactly Hikigaya's reaction there was. Although I think I kind of hit the head on the nail. We'll find out though if I'm actually right eventually. And then we had Sagami at the very end of the episode. I'm really hoping she's not going to try and do something rash that's gonna make things worse for her, or she's gonna try and, I don't know, do something to Yukino. I really don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I think that is gonna wrap it up for this reaction. I'm loving this show, guys. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm absolutely loving Oregairu. But that is gonna wrap it up for my reaction to Oregairu Season 1, Episode 11. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.